What if I told you that you don't need to compete with anybody in life? Or better put, it's not the most important and effective way to go about living and improving as a person, as a man. Now, I'm going to go into this more, but first, I want to tell you a story. I'll tell you a story that's happened to me lately. I've been comparing myself with a lot of people on Instagram, and it's been the thief of joy for me, on and off. I see someone with, more success. They have more followers on Instagram. They seem to have more money. And what this does is it just robs you of joy, and you're living in a life where you're comparing yourself to someone else. And the funny thing is, you're comparing yourself to someone that's only showing like 1% of their life, 1 to 5%. So you're comparing your whole life to someone's 1%. And that's not the way to go. Now, that leads us into today's video. Today's video is based around the principles that you only need to compete with yourself. That's the only person you need to compete with. You need to be 1% better than yesterday. And stay in your own lane. Think only about the past, Joshua, or the past, whoever your name is. Did he wake up on time when he said he would? No. Did he do it today? Yes. There's a victory right there. Now, why is this important? Why is only competing with yourself? And it's actually pretty simple. And that's the way you should think about a lot of these things. When you compete against yourself, you know all your flaws, all your strengths and everything. So use that as a tactic to beat yourself on every level. Now, what does this mean? Funny enough, I have some stuff written on my board right here. So it's things that this is a great way to think of yourself as your enemy, your villain, you can call it. I put my villain up here. So this is me on my best days, like dialed right in. Gym every day, approaches every 9 and 10. Girls. Always working on his business, reads daily, doesn't eat junk food, doesn't smoke weed, doesn't drink, always thinks with logic, always pursues fears, and always takes instant action. Now, since I wrote this down, I catch myself looking at it. And I encourage you guys to do this too. I catch myself looking at this, and I'm like, fuck, do I go to the gym every day? Shit, I missed a day. I haven't missed a day in a while. I've been going every single freaking day, and you can check my Instagram stories to confirm that. Approaches every 9 and 10. I approach girls here and there, but let's be honest, I don't approach every 9 and 10. But I see it up here, and I'm like, man, I'm not doing it. And it burns you every single time you look at this board and you see that, and it's like, fuck, I didn't do that. So now I really just want to go out and approach every woman I see just because I'm looking at this. Always works on his business. I've worked all day, and it's like almost 11 o'clock. This is my business right now, sharing this knowledge with you guys and making these videos. I'm doing it. And, reads daily, eats junk food. The bottom line is, every time you look at this board, it burns you a bit, and it gives you something to work with. And when it's out in the open like this, at all times, you can look at it, and it just makes the needle move just by sitting there. And all you have to do is take some time out to write out your villain. And your villain is a person that does all the things right and is dialed in. Simply put. Also, competing with yourself and realizing that you're your own enemy, there's no other enemies, just you, there's only one enemy instead of a bunch of enemies. Everybody on Instagram, there's only one enemy, and it's yourself. And there's peace knowing that you're only fighting one person. And like I said before, you know all the strengths and weaknesses. So it gives you a sense of peace and happiness, which you can do your best work with that little bit more peace and happiness. That's where your best work comes from. Not of panicking and worrying about what everyone else is doing. That just creates a scarcity mindset of, I lack all the attributes that these people have and the successes that these people have. And you can't work from a place of scarcity. You need to work from a place of peace, knowing that you have a game plan, you know the enemy, and you can win. All you have to do is play the game every day, don't give up, and this is a good tool to do it. I'll leave you guys with this. Success can only really be measured in your own perspective. And it goes along with what I'm telling you today, that the only enemy you have to fight against is yourself. And once you beat yourself, once you take away all the bad habits that get in the way of getting you to where you want to be, then the game's set match. It gets easier as you go. And with everything that you beat yourself with, say you procrastinate, you don't do that project, then you identify as someone that doesn't procrastinate, you get over that, boom, that's a big thing out of the way. So just compete against yourself, and when you get those successes and really see the other side, you will probably see that some things that other people accomplish, you didn't even want that in the first place. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But focus on yourself. Find success within your own lane, in your own mind, and just compete against yourself. So if you guys like this video, click a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. I put out 2 videos every single week. You don't want to miss them. Boom! See you guys in the next one.